I'm gonna put myself.
Yeah, do that, bitch.
Listen, man. Alright, keep playing these games, man. I get that you feeling real hot because you got that extra start, man. But I'm gonna keep staring on you, bro.
Who's trending under Yonko? Oh, okay.
Huh?
Exactly. So
just because you train under a Yonko don't mean you can't get your hands murked by one.
He said like he's
yo, my gosh, he said that with the utmost confidence.
Is he claiming that he's a Yonko right now?
I'm not claiming I'm a Yonko. I'm claiming I know a Yonko.
Yo, Mr. Good Guy here, aka MGG, and you just joined a decent crew. We're just a group of guys who discuss, review, rank, and poke fun at all the things we love and hate in manga, anime, and everything else. So sit back and relax because it's all decent over here, man. Run it.
I've been working on this record for a minute. Still I feel like nothing that I do is good enough. My insecurities are creeping in, so they will sleep until the music ain't funny when other people see your pain as I'm using the.
Alright, man, let's get into this decent news.
Hey.
So last time we chatted, we were talking about A3, and there were a few video games that we missed. In my list, I forgot to talk about Far Cry 5. That seems like it's going to be a nice little refresher after Far Cry Primal, because that was like a fucking that was
a shit show.
That was weird.
That was Pokken Simulator 2016.
I'll just say that game was kind of weird, and to be honest, it seemed like it just came out of nowhere.
It did,
but
they limited themselves by going back in time.
Yeah, I would say so. But Far Cry 5 definitely seems like it has a lot of potential coming forward. So I'm looking forward to it. Probably won't buy it.
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to look at the trailer, but I mean, I'm a fan of the Far Cry games. Right. So I think I'll probably end up liking this one anyways. I still have to be the one with the elephant and actually ride an elephant because Cozmic took that thunder from me.
I'm pretty sure it's just another game that you're not going to finish, so let's just
I'm going to finish the game because I finished games around
wrap
here.
It up then.
Don't tell me that's going to be your new fucking phrase.
It's going to be his new phrase, bro.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, at least for another week, dude.
I'm kicking you off the show.
Who said I was left on Far Cry 5? Who said I was left on?
Who said I don't finish no video games?
I am motherfucker. You gonna be left off the damn podcast. Keep talking that bullshit.
You look like I was left off the podcast. But no, I mean like I said, I'm still the only one I'm definitely getting is Kingdom Hearts 3. Whenever that drops,
man, that's not dropping for another 2 years, bro.
Like it's in my pocket, man.
Let me say this.
But yeah, other games.
I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan through and through, but that game's not gonna drop for at least two more years.
I'm keeping my eyes on Detroit though. I'm keeping my eyes on Detroit and Beyond Good and Evil 2, man, because those two games look large.
Those are gonna be sleepers. So
this dude couldn't. He thinks that they're gonna flunk, just like what was that outer space game? MGG.
No Man's Sky.
He thinks they're gonna flunk just like that game did.
Because I think they're doing too much. Like they have to have the game like 100% done before they start like advertising what day is coming out. Because if they're like halfway and they're like, yeah, we're gonna set a release date, they're gonna fuck that shit up.
Who are you talking about?
Hella shit is gonna get cut out. They're gonna do a whole lot of dumb shit.
But not Destiny, but Detroit's Become Human. He thinks that game's.
Alright, let me say this. So I actually bought No Man's Sky. Alright, one, that game is super ass. Alright, but that game is ass for like actually like lying to the fan base. Like they promised all this stuff. Like they showed a bunch of stuff they promised, and then they took it out the game to give us hella planets for no reason. I don't know what he's doing, but
But why do you think they did that? Do you think they did that just because they were like being dicks, or they did it because they set expectations too high and they got rushed?
They set their expectations too high for an extremely small team. I think it's like only 15 of them. And like they had a bunch of randomly generated planets that they pretty much only had to press a button to randomize it. So they really didn't create these planets. Like they created like the base planets, but then they just randomized those planets and those creatures. And like they just don't have a solid game like whatsoever. Like I literally started up the game and I was stuck in the same area for an hour trying to figure out where to go. I couldn't go forward enough because I was on a planet that was too hot for me. And it was like, get to your ship. The ship was 3,000 feet away. And I had to get to that. But my suit couldn't handle it. She's like, oh, you got to build something. But you're not telling me how to build something. But then in the smallest corner, you just see little prompts saying, oh, if you use this, you can build that. Nobody would notice that because the prompt is so small. It's terrible.
Yeah, it was on it.
So I bought Witcher 3.
I'm optimistic, but I'm just keeping my eye on it. I'm not going to hype it up too much. I'm not gonna make any purchase moves until it gets closer to the release date.
Detroit's gonna be it's gonna be like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. So it's from the same guy who makes those games. So those games are already great. So it's probably gonna be the same thing.
Well, he was saying that Beyond Good and Evil is gonna end up being a disappointment.
I don't know. Beyond Good and Evil was great when I was younger.
Well, but he's when they showcased how large that universe is or whatever.
Exactly, and the seamless transitions between the things.
That would be their biggest downfall. Is
you Google it.
They can make a big open world, but if it's empty, that's what's gonna kill them.
I can see that.
That's the same thing that happened with Final Fantasy 15.
If it gets rushed because people are hyped for it, then it's just gonna be shitty. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm saying. The closer to the release date, the more I will know if something worth buying or if it's gonna be a flop.
I feel that. I can't trust no games nowadays.
Exactly.
I can't even trust Anthem, and that shit look great.
I mean, honestly, the only games I can't trust is Assassin's Creed because I just got to go through the stories. That's the only reason I continue playing them, for the stories. Just I started from the beginning and went through each one.
Yeah, I gotta get every Assassin's Creed, not to support Ubisoft, but I gotta see where the story can go.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, we gotta see where the story came from. This is before the first game.
Full prequels.
So, but it could be the same thing they do with Far Cry Primal. If they can go too far back and be limited to what they can do.
They're gonna go even further. Have caveman assassins or whatever.
Gross.
Motherfuckers jumping off.
Are you talking about Far Cry?
No, we're talking about Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh, the Egypt.
Yeah. He's talking about how it's going back in time instead of going forward, in which it might be set where it's going too far back.
Wants.
I pretty sure the Assassin is going to be pretty funny to me. If they go all the way back there. I'd like to see how they're going to explain that one.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't have the technology to have any weapons. They couldn't have a hidden blade.
I mean, bones. You can make some bone spears and stab people in the throat.
I mean, that'd be cool. But
I'm sure it'll be cool. I'm just saying there's just no story with that. That might just be a side
story.
game.
Yeah, that's the big
they
thing.
shouldn't try to build any sort of story at all with that. They should just be yeah, we just decided to put Assassin's Creed in prehistoric era. Just do whatever you want, but there's no story at all. You never try to explain it. Nothing. Just you can ride on T-Rex, you do whatever you want, but we ain't justifying it. I mean, that's it.
What other games?
Yeah,
is Prince of Persia ever coming back? Or they killed that officially?
No, that's done, bro.
He was saying that Anthem took shots out to Destiny.
Oh yeah, took major shots, dude. It's almost an identical game, but on a larger but smaller scale. Larger scale in terms of the way the game looks artistically and stuff like that, and how graphically intense it's gonna be. I'm probably not gonna get that game on a console. I can't. It's probably gonna blow the PS4 and Xbox One up. But
are we still on Assassin's Creed?
No, hell no.
We're talking about Anthem, dude. And you asked, you said
you switched Anthem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you said that you asked why they took shots out to Destiny. MGG.
I can't hear you. I didn't hear the question.
You asked him something about Anthem.
Oh yeah. So I was just I think it was the Destiny part. It's I thought Anthem looked cool, but to me with Destiny, I didn't play it much, but from what I've heard from people, it's just that whole loot crate thing, which is fine from the balance part of it. I think it's cool that you can having to get your items randomly is good because that means not everybody can just walk around with broken shit, but at the same time it's annoying because then once the game stops being fun, really the only reason you're playing it is so that you can play this mission over and over again and get this one loot crate.
Yep.
To get whatever item and stuff you want, which is that's just my problem with those games in that area. I really like the way Anthem looked and the different powers, and I think I'm just not an MMO guy when it comes to that area. Because to me, it's like fun for those 2 missions you can play with your friends, but I don't see myself constantly going back to it.
Well, they said in Anthem
I feel like I like more
like
the single player experiences. You said what?
I said I don't think they like mention in like Anthem that they're gonna have like a random generator of like weapons. Like it's gonna be like random for like smaller weapons that you can like sell and stuff like that. But like for they're like exotics for like the sake of a word. They're gonna have like specific missions for them. Kind of how like in like an RPG where like you do like a specific quest and then you get like an item, but it'll be like a high level quest and stuff like that.
Yeah. So how did they take shots at Destiny? I don't know if you mentioned that already, because I don't know you talked about that too.
They talked about like how they can have, instead of like a 3-man team, they do a 4-man team because they think 3-man teams are stupid, which that's what they do in Destiny.
Damn, I thought Destiny was 4.
No, Destiny's 3 on like the regular story. It's a 3-man team, and then like you can do like a raid with like 6 people. But that was like the major shot with like to Destiny that I thought was hilarious. I'm like, nobody likes a 3-man team. Like that's just dumb.
What's wrong with the 3-man team?
What else we got on the list?
Oh, just not answering that question.
Yeah.
So there's also the Spider-Man coming out this week. Seems to be a lot of
Yeah.
You talking about the Spider-Man trailer?
Spider-Man coming out the 7th. I'm gonna go see.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go and actually watch it in theaters, but I mean, it's gonna be good. I mean, from what I've been hearing, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I just think that like I'm Spider-Man overloaded. Like I don't feel like it's gonna be like life-changing, but people are making it seem like that.
I think it's gonna be life-changing for a Spider-Man movie.
Movies at this point. Huh?
I say it's gonna be life-changing for a Spider-Man movie because the only good Spider-Man movie that I remember was the second one. So,
What? The first one was good.
the first one was okay.
With Tobey Maguire?
I mean, the first 3 were Tobey Maguire. I just don't like him as an actor, so I think I'm biased.
Yeah. I'm just jaded though because there's just way too many of them. But I'm glad that this is not an origin story. Once again, I'm gonna reiterate that like I reiterate it every time.
It's
They
not an
stop doing
origin story.
Spider-Man
That's
origin
great.
stories. If there's any superhero we get, like you know how he became a like superhero, Spider-Man. Without even watching it, you can know that shit. To be honest, but we definitely know this man's origin. So I'm glad they stuck with not doing that shit again.
Yeah. Cozmic was also saying that Mr. Childish Gambino, who I wish was the actual Black Spider-Man in this movie.
He's too old.
That who?
Hey man, fuck you.
He's
That
too
what?
old, man.
They could apply makeup to make him look young. He still has that inner childish.
Like, no, he has like a young look, but in terms of like longevity for the movie, he's gonna be like, cause like the Miles Morales is actually younger than Peter Parker, so like that'd be kind of weird if they were just like, fuck it, we gonna make him older. But Childish Gambino, they announced his role in the Spider-Man movie, and he's gonna be a villain. He's playing this character called the Prowler, and the Prowler is actually Miles Morales' uncle. So they're gonna introduce him as.
I think he's definitely gonna be funny. There's no way he can be in that movie without cracking some jokes.
I mean, they crack jokes in all. They crack jokes in all Spider-Man movies.
As the villain though?
Huh?
They crack jokes in like every Spider-Man movie. That's like this, like.
No, but I mean, like, I don't. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but as far as I know, the villains don't really crack jokes like that as much as Spider-Man does.
Exactly. That's
And most of them are just like angry at the fact that he cracks those jokes, except the Green Goblin. Like,
that's when I'm thinking that Childish Gambino won't really be cracking jokes as the villain in the movie.
I think he will, just because it's like usually depending on how big you are, they still try to keep part of your character, like part of who you are, what people know is your brand, in there. And like he's still like a funny random guy, so I can't really see him just. I'm sure he can play a super serious role, but I just can't see him doing it 100%.
And then it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so you know they finna make these villains meh.
Yeah, they always gotta crack jokes.
The villains are always terrible in the
This
Marvel
ain't DC.
universe.
Now, if it was DC, yeah, I'm like, damn, they gonna make this man serious as fuck all the time, bro. No jokes. But
I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that one robot creature, that robot enemy from
Ultron.
Yeah, I enjoyed him.
I hated him.
He had a nice little comedic side to him.
That was the problem for me.
What?
He's not comedic at all in the comic. That's like
I think that's the reason that you didn't like him then.
Yeah, because he like in the comic book, like Ultron is literally like, yo,
You don't like honey?
I'm about to destroy this entire
Ultron.
Oh, okay. But Ultron is like, he's so serious.
He said he didn't like Ultron in the Avengers because of the comedic side, and I did. And he's explaining why.
Oh, okay.
It was just like, because like Ultron is such a threat. Like he's a major threat to like the entire universe, like the Marvel universe. But they downplayed him and then they just killed him off. Like it was annoying. Like he was an annoyance in the movie rather than like an actual villain. The villain in like that second Avengers movie were the Avengers themselves. Like they weren't really threatened by Ultron because every time they saw Ultron, they beat him up. Which definitely doesn't happen in the comic book. That dude, he's too much.
Okay. I'm assuming that when Brainiac is shown, then he's probably going to be
Brainiac.
Much more impactful
Brainiac
character.
really don't get beat either. Not even by Superman.
Exactly.
Yeah. So whenever he decides to show up in a Superman movie,
maybe there'll be a lot more hype for that guy.
We'll see.
But yeah, this all came from us talking about Spider-Man. So
yeah, man, comic books.
But to basically continue it, going to another movie, Cozmic saw Wonder Woman, and you said you wanted to give a review of it.
Yeah, man.
Talk about how it was.
If you haven't seen it, go see it. It was decent. Like this is probably like the first really good DC cinematic film that they're trying to do, like in their universe, that's actually really good and doesn't have like problems with it in terms of like continuity from like the comic books to like the live action screen and shit like that. The actress who played Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, if I'm pronouncing her name right, she did great. She did great.
MGG was saying that he was distracted the whole time he watched it because he said that she didn't have a single moment where her face wasn't beautiful as fuck.
She's fucking good. Like she, but like
this is definitely a Thor version of a male version of Thor. I can see it was just something to movie jump
female version.
To be honest.
He said male version of Thor.
Yeah.
But nah.
But girls watch Thor movies just to see Thor. Real time.
This is true. I've heard
like,
plenty of women say that.
It's just that Buddy's in there.
No, so, and all his movies are boring as fuck. They just there to see him without his shirt on. Yeah. But no, I'm
gonna go for a half second.
She fit perfectly because she's so beautiful. Like Amazon's supposed to be beautiful. She was gorgeous throughout the entire movie, no matter what she was doing. She was punching people in the face. She was gorgeous. When she was getting hit in the face, she was gorgeous. Like how they made that happen, I don't know. I don't know what kind of genes she got to stay gorgeous at all times.
She was getting beat down. She was gorgeous.
They had a lot of sex jokes too, because she didn't know like what sex was at first, and then she was like,
"Hey, I can fix that."
But no, it was a good movie. It was a good movie, and it's like I'm interested to see. I'm just ready for Justice League at this point, because if Justice League is good, then I know for a fact that every other like DC movie is going to be at least decent.
I'm just hoping we have some type of DC movie sometime soon where at least one character dies, so it can create a bit more character progression amongst everybody. Because I don't think we've actually had any characters die in any movies.
Die? No. If anything, we'll see somebody die in the Batman movie.
I was hoping Batman would die himself.
It could. No. Let me. It could happen, but it wouldn't be till later on. They would have to find somebody who can play Dick Grayson Nightwing. They would have to find somebody who can play him, and then he can replace Ben Affleck's Batman, because he takes over as Batman for a while. So
really,
yeah. After I gave MGG the comic. Actually, it's called Final Crisis. And at the end of it, Batman ends up fighting Darkseid, who's like this mega bad guy. And he gets like obliterated and like shot all the way back in time to like caveman period.
Batman did?
Yeah, and like they all thought he was dead, but like he got pushed all the way back in time, and like Dick Grayson took his spot as Batman. There was actually a lot of people who tried to be Batman, but Dick Grayson was just like, I guess it's got to be me type shit. So we can only wait. We gotta get a Nightwing first.
Gotcha. I feel like this man didn't hear a single word we said.
He said he'd be back.
Gotcha.
We gonna keep it pushing.
Okay. There's also the 7 Deadly Sins game, in which
it's not much to say about that. It looks like every other anime game that's come out recently. It's like Dynasty Warriors-esque. Kind of just like numb to it.
I'm honestly not a fan of games like that.
Me either. They don't have much substance to me. Like, they just don't offer much to me. Like I appreciate what they're trying to do, just like, oh, go around killing a bunch of enemies. Like with the 7 Deadly Sins, it makes sense, but I still don't want to play it.
Right. I had a roommate back in college who had the Legend of Zelda version of it.
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah. And it would be him and one of our neighbors playing it a lot, and I was just sit there like, that was boring as fuck.
Yeah, like oh, it's cool to like for Hyrule Warriors. I like the way the characters look versus like anything else. Everything else like was boring to me.
Yeah. So I guess there's no real hype for the 7 Deadly Sins game. We'll just keep that moving along. But
I might catch it though. I might play it this week.
You ain't gonna finish it though.
You wanna stop buying games that you're not gonna finish, sir? Just to add it to your collection?
First of all, fighting game you don't need to finish though. What does that mean?
That's rude. You gotta finish every game, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are just crazy. It's called a game when you play until you stop having fun.
What? That's crazy.
So when I stop having fun, I stop playing.
Okay. You do you. So there's also didn't I tell you not to have your girlfriend talking in the fucking podcast? I'm drop kicking both of y'all.
Y'all stay on me all y'all want.
But the HTC U11, that phone is going to drop very soon. MKBHD did a recent review of it. If you guys don't know MKBHD, he reviews technology. Check him out. But the HTC U11. Hey MGG.
Yeah.
You got a lot of background noise, buddy boy.
Yeah. I'm gonna put myself.
Yeah, do that. Bitch.
Listen, man. Alright, keep playing these games, man. I get that you feeling real hot because you got that extra strike, man. But I'm gonna keep staring on you, bro.
Who's trending under Yonko? Oh, okay.
Huh?
Exactly. So
just because you train under a Yonko don't mean you couldn't get your hands murked by one.
He said like he's
Yo, my gosh! He said that with the utmost confidence.
Is he claiming that he's a Yonko right now?
I'm not claiming I'm a Yonko. I'm claiming I know a Yonko.
We both know Yonkos, motherfucker. All I'm saying is, all right, the HTC U11. the new thing about this phone that no other phone has introduced yet is that you can squeeze it in order to activate different functions on the phone. So,
what does that mean?
So basically, if you're holding the phone regularly or whatever, in which you'd probably have like 2 fingers on the left side toward the bottom half of the phone, and you have your palm on the right side, you can basically squeeze it and use it to like take either a screenshot, or you can have it like go back to the home screen or do other different shits. And you can change the sensitivity of it so that if it's to the lowest setting, basically every time you fucking pick up the phone, you'll make a mistake and squeeze it too hard, and then which it'll activate it and either take a screenshot or go to the camera or whatever it does. And if you set the settings too high, then you'll have to fucking do a vice grip monster squeeze.
Welcome to T-Mobile shit on it.
Yo, get off that bullshit. But you gonna bring that shit up every time, aren't you?
Hell yeah.
All right.
No, just because of the
Alright.
to squeeze that phone, somebody gonna break that shit. That's just my thing. I think some niggas gonna break that shit on accident. Swole niggas, man. They can't fuck around with that shit.
I mean,
Squeezing it?
Do y'all think it's a
It
gimmick?
just sounds like my screen gonna crack, huh?
Do y'all think it's a gimmick or something that's actually going to be used in other phones in the future?
I'm sure they'll probably keep using it for a little bit longer, but I don't think it's gonna be like a game changer where niggas are like. I do think it's convenient to have something like that to do screenshots, because I kind of hate having to press the sound button and the volume button at the same time.
Yep.
And sometimes that causes like my volume screen to pop up when I take the screenshot. Like, it's a little annoying. So I like the squeeze concept because it's not connected to any other buttons that could potentially mess up the shot I'm trying to take.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't like that the action is a squeeze or whatever. It just doesn't seem as right. Like, maybe a dedicated button could work better, but I don't know.
That's like a dedicated, like
maybe if there was like a second button in the back of the phone where you can use it to use.
That'd be even better. Like, I guess like.
Or like even
right
a fingerprint reader or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I hold my phone like this if I hold it like this if I want a screenshot. And I guess it's like a prompt wanted to come up just so if I do it by accident, it'd be like, "Oh, do you want to save this screenshot?" Like, nah, that was an accident.
Right.
But I don't think it's terrible.
I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I think it's just a gimmick. I think they're going to use it on this one phone with a bunch of people.
And then the people are going to be like, nah.
A bunch of people going to be like, yeah, I don't fucking like it. I'm tired of
I can see that happen too.
And making a mistake and squeezing and activating some random ass function.
Mm-hmm.
In which people are going to have the option on their phone, but they're going to always have it turned off. So I don't see it lasting.
I can see that too. Like, people are going to be like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, I'm cutting this off.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for the basic phone user or whatever. Somebody who's... Especially
I'm gonna say somebody who's in their 40s.
Yeah, especially
in their 40s, they're gonna cut it off.
The older audience, they're definitely not gonna use it. So, yeah, I just don't think it's gonna last. Rip. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. Last thing for decent news, we have the Death Note trailer that recently dropped, and
I'm happy. Like, I need you to read Death Note and then look at that trailer, and then you'll understand why. Like, I'm happy. The only thing that's like weird with it is that it's a movie. It's not like a Netflix like TV show. I think it would have been better as a TV show instead of a movie. Cause I feel like they're gonna jam pack a lot into it to get to the point, or they could just be setting up for multiple movies. But I'm hyped. I'm on the train. My foot's still like partially out the door though, because I don't know. Anything anime that gets put into live action just doesn't translate well.
Yep.
So we gotta wait.
It's usually pretty shitty. Happened with Dragon Ball. Happened with
Full Metal Alchemist.
That came out?
I don't know. I don't care. Attack on Titan. What else? I think that's Rurouni Kenshin. That got made into a live action movie, and that was garbage.
That's also the movie with red hair chick, Scarlett Johansson. Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. That was trash. But I feel like Death Note can be okay because it's supernatural, but it's more psychological than anything. So if they stick with the psychological part, they should be just fine.
Gotcha.
If they stick with the psychological part and then like have decent acting, they'll be fine. They'll be perfect.
So you don't need all the crazy cinematics for it.
It's not a very like the most cinematic things you'll see is like guns getting lit up on people and shit like that.
Oh, it's not a superpower?
No, not at all. Not even close. Like they have Shinigamis in the show, but it's pretty much like a demon. Yeah, it's but that's it. And the Shinigamis don't do anything. They just kind of stand there and be like, "What's up?"
Okay. So they're background characters. Oh,
yeah, they are. They definitely are. Like the main Shinigami that's a part of the show, his name's Ryuk, and he just kind of gives like the main character guidance. Like he shows them how to use the Death Note, which is like this book where like if you write down a person's like name,
they die.
Yeah, they die. and you can like write down the way they die, or if you wait, they'll just have a heart attack and die. So, and the main character, he pretty much is like, yo, I can eliminate all crime in the world. I just have to figure out a way to do it. And then like people start dying because of him, and he's just like, yo, like I'm getting powerful, like I'm gonna keep doing this. And he just starts killing people, and then like the government gets involved, like the police and shit like that. And then there's this guy called L, and he's just like, yo, this guy's doing the right thing, but he's still killing people, and we don't know how. So it's cool. It's cool.
Gotcha.
It's like a toned down like Batman and Joker type thing, and where Joker is the main character and Batman's like the side character. It's interesting.
Okay.
You gotta check it out. It's
all the new time, sir.
Yeah, man.
All the new time. So, shall we get into these chapter reviews?
Yeah.
MVG, you still with us?
I think he died. It's probably noisy where he is. That's probably why he muted himself.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, listen.
Yo, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video. If you want to hear some more content, check out our other videos on the channel, or you can check out our podcast, The Decent Podcast, where we talk about all this and more. Links to all of our social media will be in the description box below. In the meantime, in between time, I gotta go get something to eat. I'm out of here. Peace.
I want it all. I said I'm mentally tough. Oh, what you thought I would quit? Even on days when I feel at my worst, I will get off my ass and then get back to work. Law. Ain't nobody gonna get it for you. Better go ahead and get it by your motherfucking self. By yourself, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna get it for you. Better go ahead and get it by your motherfucking